Hello, everybody, and welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mr. Craven. All right, guys, it's that time of the year. We got over Thanksgiving, and we're moving in towards the rest of the holiday season with Christmas, Hanukkah, and whatever other holiday that you and your family might separate. Not separate, celebrate. With that being said, every year, well, this is only my second year, I come out with a Christmas wish list for the upcoming year for Elder Scrolls Online. Last year, I was really fortunate that the devs actually listened to a couple of my requests and implemented it in game. One of these requests is what you're seeing below, and that is the buff icon. Thank you, ZeniMax. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And this year, I have a couple of requests, not only by myself, but from other players as well. Now, I'd never anticipate that ZeniMax is going to implement them. These are just suggestions that could help improve the game. And I'm really looking forward to giving my 2017 Christmas wish list to ZeniMax for the upcoming 2018 year. To start off, now I'm in Rothgar and Old Arsenium. I wanted to start the video off here, given the fact that we were having the 2-year anniversary, so I felt it was just kind of appropriate, plus the nice winter scene, I guess. But to get it started, the number one thing that me and my crew were talking about for an idea is new weapon skill lines for the upcoming 2018. Now, we had at least 3 that we wanted to see. We wanted to see spears. Spears, it would be a ranged type of weapon skill line for stamina users or hybrid builds or whatever that would be kind of an offset from the bow. So you could go bow spears or spears dual wield, spears two-hander, whatever. But a lot of bow abilities kind of at the bottom have kind of like, a lot of AoE and a lot of range. Spears would be kind of the opposite effect. You would be looking at a lot more single target with shorter range, some longer range, and like parrying type capabilities. So you could use it for not only offensive but defensive deflections, things like that. And we thought this was really cool idea. Like you could also, do the jabs, like a one little jab, not like Templar jabs where it's spammed. It'd be like a jab. Poof, and like, how you could see, like Gladiator, you see him with the shield and the spear. Great idea there. You know what I'm saying? You could use defensive counters, things like that. We just thought it was a really cool idea. I'm not going to tell ZeniMax how to do spears, but everybody was on board with the spears. Anybody I've talked to, even other YouTubers, when people mention spears was just a really more popular thing with adding another range capability to the element. Now, another one we wanted to see was halberds. Halberds is not like a spear. That would be a two-handed. So a spear is a one-handed that you can use one-handed. You can put that with a shield, another sword, all different sorts of different combos. But one of the other ones we really wanted to see was halberds. Halberds would be, a two-handed type of weapon. It's like a polearm. So if you guys are familiar with what pole arms are, that's what like halberds would be. So it would be, if you want to call them pole arms, you could, but that would be really awesome to see a pole arm. Kind of giving you more of a spinning type effect, slashing and stuff. A little something like the two-hander, but it's just a pole arm. I think there would be new ways of implementing skills versus changing anything in the two-hand and give it a little bit more diversity. One of the other ones we wanted to see was wands, and other people had mentioned ruins. So wands or ruins for Magicka users. Wands would implement more single target type of spells versus your destruction staffs. Destruction staffs have just a lot of AoE. We have 2 single targets and then a drain, but we have 2 AoEs, and wands would actually have the same kind of implementation as destruction staff. So you'd have a fire wand, a frost wand, shock wand, same principle, just new spells. And also, once again, you'd be able to implement that with a shield. You'd be able to implement that maybe with another sword, so on and so forth. So it would give you a one-handed instead of two versus the destruction staff. So we thought that was kind of a really cool idea as well, was implementing wands or ruins or both. And because you could go with wand and ruin and extend your spells, how many spells you had at your disposal versus, we're talking about basically expanding upon what type of abilities and skills you have in Elder Scrolls moving into 2018. That was our main focus point for 2018. Not introducing a new class because we have the Warden, but extending on the existing classes and their capabilities with these new skill lines. And I thought that was great. I thought that was really some of the things that we really touched base on, a couple of us. Gooch has been hitting me up. I have a couple of trolls, so Gooch is trying to always remind me that I have these trolls. He's always doing these little jokes with me. But yeah, it'd be really great. It would be awesome to see that for moving into 2018. Another thing that I want to see is gold jewelry in vet hard mode dungeons. We already get gold jewelry for vet trials. So my hope is moving in 2018 that doing hard mode gives an incentive besides doing it for an extra key or the transmutation crystals in this game, because we can get the only gold jewelry we can get is from Cyrodiil. Problem of it is you can't get gold DLC jewelry from Cyrodiil. It just doesn't happen. They don't drop them. So I hope that ZOS takes note of that, incentivizes besides the key. Well, hey, why don't we give them, a chance, if not a guarantee, either or, to obtain gold jewelry by doing vet hard mode. I really think this is a great idea. I think ZOS should play with this. It wouldn't change any of the UI as far as, any other major changes. It'd be something simple to implement on their side. So, and with that said, I'm hoping that we get jewelry crafting in 2018. It's been speculated, but I'm really, really hoping that ZeniMax will implement jewelry crafting. This would give so many possibilities to build. It would be crazy. It'd be awesome. We could see builds that, we already see builds that mix and match well with crafted gear and drop gear. But now we could take an extra step further and completely customize our builds with the crafted sets that we have available in this game. And this is one of the things that keeps me in this game, is the capability of crafting sets to make endgame viability. I think this separates this model more than any other MMO out in the market. It's amazing. It kind of gives that sandbox feeling, even with a class-based system. And I think jewelry crafting would go a long way in this game, especially moving forward in different crafted sets we could see, coming from ZeniMax. Now, another one that I want to see, and I know this is one that ZOS will kind of like, actually, there's one more. More themes, more console themes. We got 2 new console themes with Morrowind, but I want to see more themes. They have great artwork. You see the artwork in the load screens. And I honestly think they could take some of this artwork, put some icons to it, put some little bit of a music to it, and boom, you got a theme. It's like you have the existing artwork. All you have to do is make a couple of little adjustments. You have a theme. You could sell it in the Xbox market, the PlayStation market. People would buy it between $4 or $5, maybe $6, and it would customize their system with maybe a scene or a wallpaper that they really like. And I think ZeniMax could make a nice amount of change just to implement something that simple. So it's a win-win on both parts. It's a win for the players and it's a win for ZeniMax. So I hope that they take that suggestion once again a little bit more serious and, try to give us something like that. That would be awesome. I did like the new ones that they did implement. Thank you, ZOS. Also, PvP gear. So I requested some more oriented PvP gear last year, and they delivered. We did get some new sets that was more towards PvP, which I like, but I think they could go a little step further and basically give us something that separates PvP further for group play and individual play. Meaning, when there's an effect as like a healing set. We have transmutation. Give me another set like transmutation that affects my group play when I'm in Cyrodiil. Give me a healing set that affects my play while I'm in Battlegrounds. That's maybe similar, but slightly different. That would separate the builds a lot better between Battleground PvP and Cyrodiil PvP, and make it so that world and dungeon sets aren't so dominant. That's the problem with a lot of hardcore PvPers. I think a lot of hardcore PvPers feel like you always are going to have to do a dungeon crawl or a farm somewhere in the world because those sets are more dominant for PvP. I just feel like they think that, and I can see where they're coming from. So I think ZOS can give us something. They don't have to change a lot. Just give us a couple little sets that make us say, hey, we want this for PvP because we're going to be in a group setting. Or, hey, I want this for Battlegrounds because I'm going to be in a group setting. And that's pretty much my request for 2018. ZeniMax has delivered last year. Thank you, ZOS. You guys are great. I think 4 out of 5 of my requests got answered. It was amazing, simply amazing, and I think it's made the game a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to check out some comments and see if you guys have any requests. I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is, I sit down with a lot of people. Oh, and I'm supposed to say, I almost forgot, players do want storage in their housing. ZOS. I don't know if that's capable, but players do want it. I have been asked to put this on my Christmas wish list. It's not something necessarily I want, but players do want it. And I told them I would respect them and I would add that to the wish list on behalf of the players. So, yeah, let's, I'm not asking it, ZOS. I'm not holding my breath, but, they definitely wanted me to say. Morning, Carl. Some asshole sending my man whispers. What's up? What's up, Uology? Okay, so they're definitely, talking. But, yeah. So, I was supposed to mention that. I was definitely supposed to mention it. But, yep, that's my wish list for 2018, for the upcoming 2018 year. And I'm really hoping, man. I'm really, really hoping that it works out well. And, thank you for 2017, ZOS. It kind of, we had our ups and downs. That's normal. That's in every game. But you did make the game a lot better in a lot of ways this year. And, you introduced a new class, new parts of the map, new changes into the system. And even though we've had a couple, disappointing bugs that's occurred, in the long run, I think you guys are moving forward in this game in the right direction. You kept diversity in the classes. That's always amazing. That's the premise of what Elder Scrolls is. You kept true to the Elder Scrolls mantra. I love it. Any class, any race, any role, you guys have been the best at keeping, maintaining that despite what other people may think. And I take note of that. I enjoy playing all the different possible builds in this game. So keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, ZOS. Okay, once again, I'm going to check out any comments before I end this video. Because, you never know. Morning, Robert. Good. I'd ask how your Thanksgiving was. But are you on Uology? If you're on, I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be throwing you an invite. You might be at work, though. I don't know if you had to work this day. Morning, Lewis. Yep. So we got the 2018 Christmas wish list out. It is official. So this is my official Christmas wish list for 2018. And like I said, they delivered last year in a lot of ways. And one of the proofs of that is what you're seeing below is the buff icons. I was one of the biggest requests I had last year on my Christmas wish list. Is it too much to ask for buff icons? And they delivered. And I was like, wow, I guess somebody pays attention to some of the things that Mystic says. But yeah, amazing, simply amazing. They did great. They did such an awesome job. Another thing was there was another one that was quite big, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. They actually got like two of my favorite things out there on my Christmas wish list, and this popped in, that popped in. So good stuff, good stuff. And I'm not going to say they're going to do anything. These are just suggestions. Okay, cool. I'll be throwing you an invite. Morning Rock. But yeah, definitely. I'm hoping. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I don't think it was too much of a major Christmas wish list. Like I said, the number one thing was on my Christmas wish list was adding the new skill lines. Well, I want to see spears, I want to see pole arms, and I want to see wands and ruins, or wands or ruins, just to give them more spells, more capability. So there it is. It's covered. And by the way, guys, please make sure starting today that you go ahead for I think it's all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You guys kill either a world monster or a dungeon monster, and you guys will get those free Astronaut crown crates that ZOS will be giving you guys for doing it. So all you have to do is go log on account. I'll be doing it on every platform that I'm on. That's PC and Xbox this weekend, because I really, really want a crack at some of these new upcoming crowns with these flame astronauts. They look badass if you go check them out, on the website. So really cool shit. ZeniMax is throwing our way. Tempting. It is Black Friday. Please be safe when you're out there shopping. It's a madhouse on these days. But if you're like me, you enjoy Cyber Monday. So here we go for Cyber Monday. Yay. All right, guys. Once again, this is Mystic Raven. I'm Mystic Raven. This ESO Daily. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.